Here we are, the fourth quarter of the $75,000 a year challenge. Can an old geezer like me run around the grocery stores making $75,000 per year just on one app? Well, we're going to find out this time. And I'm also going to go through showing you how I switched over to making more money by multi-apping and doing it the right way in the right area. I'm also going to go through the 401k because I was up pretty good. I was up about 18%, but the market started pulling back and I didn't want to lose profit, so I adjusted a lot of things. I'm still in the market, but I'll show you the adjustments that I made and I'll show you the screenshots. A lot of people are going to tell you that what you're doing is just a stupid side hustle and can't make really good money at that. And these are the kind of things you have to ignore because these companies need to get these orders done. And they're going to do what it takes. Even if it means keep boosting the price till somebody takes the batch, combine the batches together. Same with a ride share. They need to get those rides done. You know, some people wait for the big long rides, so all the little rides suffer. Well, they need to get those done. And they give bonuses and stuff like that to get it done. And it's a lot easier than waiting around with one app. So I'm going to kind of get into that because it's going to make you more money. And all you need to do is invest in a vehicle. That's it. That's the only investment for this business. You know, sorry, it's not going to be a zero in with your raggedy vehicle. You've got to invest in a vehicle. So, and then give great customer service and it all works out. Okay. And just enjoy it. Enjoy the process of making money. Right? And because I'm going to show you now that I'm up around $17.50 a week average. Okay. And I'm going to show it before Instacart. I was at 15. First I started at 17. I went down to 15. Then it started getting lower. I mean, I was just sitting there waiting for batches. I was getting out swiped. Who knows why? You know, I'm restricted from 24 stores. What am I going to do? You know, I have to go where the money is. But I did do the challenge for the whole year. Restricted from 24 stores. And you can find your restrictions in your app on that little thing where it says looking for batches. You click it. So let's first start with the challenge, okay? Let's get that out of the way and then we'll get to the next section. It's going to be 3 sections. The challenge, how to switch over and make more money, and then the 401k. So let's start off with the challenge. Did I make it? Let's find out. All right, so here we are. Let's just go ahead and take a look at the results. Let's dive right in. As you can see, August was $1494.39, $1518.84, $1394.79, $1539.85, and the total was $5,947.87. Let's head over to September. 1939, 1552, 1234, and 1400. Total was $6,127.78 for September. Let's take a look at October. Now, October, I did have the flu. I caught the flu and I was down for a week. I didn't do anything. No rides, nothing, no batches, nothing. It was really nice having that week off, but it sucked having the flu. But, you know, you get the antibiotics, you go through it, you do your vitamin C, your soup and all that stuff, and boom, you're back to it the next week. But I had 1 week down, so that was at $70 right in there. But you can see I had 1224, 1067, 497, then I got sick, 202, and then 70. And that month was, what was that total? 3,062.05. Okay? So, for the quarter, 15,137.70. So, let's see if I made it. Let's take the first quarter, 19,606. Twing. The second quarter, 14,995.95. The third quarter, 19,952.35. And then the last quarter week, 15,137.70 for a grand total. Let's try to lift it up there. Yeah, there it is. So InstaCart ended up being $69,692. So the challenge, sorry, I fell short. Here's what happened on Lyft. So I didn't start back on Lyft until a couple months ago. I had to get my car re-inspected again. But because of the electric vehicle bonuses on Lyft, you can make about $35 per hour. $3,084. And then 8,156.68 on Uber with Uber Eats and doing Uber rides throughout the year, right? From when I started the challenge, which was November. So from November to now on Uber Eats and Uber rides, I did 8,156.68. On Lyft, I did 3,084. So add that to the 69,692, and my total for the year was 80,932.92. Okay, now let's get to the next section. I've been making more money and I'm not waiting on work anymore, okay? And the only way I can really show you this is to kind of take you through the way I approach each day, okay? For one thing, the mentality is 300 and up as the average for the day. So you want to take that in thirds. You want to say, okay, I want to get to $100 pretty quick. Once you get to that 100, 150 right in there, you can get to that 200 pretty quick, and then it's just a matter of breaking that last 100 down, and you can do it. It's not hard to do. So the way I start the day is I try to be charged up a considerable amount on the car the night before, but if not, I get to the charger early. It's cheaper to charge in the morning. Go there, you charge up. You'll get Uber Eats, Lyft rides early, people going to work, some CVS batches that are good, that are great hourly wage. Uber Eats, sometimes I'll get the same customer half a mile away, pick it up, and it's always like $7 for like 10 minutes, okay? That kind of stuff, you just run those all morning. Pretty soon you're at like 50 or $60. Take a couple rides, then the batches start coming in, the drops, the Ralphs, the Gelsons, the Costco's, all those start dropping. Drops come in for the stores around 7 o'clock. 6:30 for Ralph's, 6 o'clock, 6:30, CVS, all those. You just keep doing it. So by about 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, you're at 150. Here's the thing. I keep all three apps on at all times. I'll stay on the rideshare apps because InstaCart seems to want to pull you back to the app when you get off of it. When you're on it, you don't see anything. And then as soon as you pull away from it, it wants to pull you back. So I stay on the rideshare apps because the rideshare apps don't play that game. They have enough rides to keep everyone busy. So they don't play that. So you stay on Lyft or Uber. Now this is just for people that are going to do rideshare. If you don't want people in your car, or you have a car that won't get qualified, or you're not qualified to do Uber and Lyft, then this is not going to work for you. Okay, this is just what works for me. So you keep all three apps on here. On Lyft, if you have an electric vehicle, they're going to give you a $150 bonus every week for doing 50 rides. So you might as well just try to average about 6 to 7, maybe 8 rides a day on Lyft. And just stay within area filter and stay within 10 miles of areas where you know you're not going to get caught up in traffic. They're quick rides, you're in and out. You be nice to somebody on a quick ride. They appreciate that so much because usually the drivers won't even talk to you on a quick ride. They're very impersonable because you got a lot of people that don't know anything about customer service. That's what's great about this business. You have so much people that don't know what they're doing that when you give someone great customer service, they're like, whoa, this guy was really cool, man. I mean, let me listen to any music I wanted. He made sure I had enough air conditioning, make sure I have enough leg room. His car was clean. He came in a Tesla. I'm going to give the guy, even on, I'm telling you, $7 rides, I get $1, $2 tips so many times. Those add up. You do enough of those rides, it adds up. Okay? So I'm just telling you, it's a customer service business, and you're in a business where people don't know anything about customer service. So all you got to do is be half good and you're going to get tips. I leave the InstaCart app on all the time. If I take a ride, I'll turn off the other ride share app. Turn off Uber if I take a Lyft ride, I turn off Lyft if I take an Uber ride, but I leave Instacart on the whole time because batches will come through and it'll notify me as I'm on the ride. Yes, you're gonna miss out on some good batches. It's just the way it goes down. But don't worry about it because you're working towards a ride bonus that will make up for it at the end of the week, okay? So don't worry about missing out on batches. But when batches usually come in or in those drops and towards the end of the day. So in the middle of the day kind of slows down sometimes for Instacart, just keep taking little rides, working towards that bonus. If you want to, take a long ride, turn on Uber and take a long ride. Lyft tells you on the map where you're picking up, where you're going, how much you pay. It's perfect for someone who just wants to stay in an area and work towards bonuses. So that's what I do. And then in between, you do batches. And then in between, you do batches. So that's what I do. And then in between, you do batches. And then in between, you do batches. And then in between, you do batches.
Hopefully by now you can see that this is nothing more than playing a video game. You just have to game each app for the easiest work that it gives you throughout the day, and it will work out every time. And the way you find that work is to use the contractual hourly wage to pick your jobs, and it will work out, and you will see these kind of results every single time. Good luck.
Now, let me get to the golden rule because I haven't told you what the golden rule is yet. Every job is subject to cancellation until you start the job, until you start the batch, or until you pick up the person. If you do this right, it's so much easier than fighting with other Instacarters for batches and doing that kind of stuff. And I got to go where the money is, and I have to make it work for me. And the only expense is the car. Okay, now on the car, I haven't done any maintenance to the car. People talk about, oh, you save on the gas, but I have a hybrid and I can go more miles. Yeah, you have a combustion engine, you're gonna have the same maintenance that you have with a regular combustion engine. Sorry, that's just all there is to it. If you put the kind of miles and you're doing rideshare, if you're just a regular person going to work and back, yeah, hybrid's the best way to go. If you can afford it, electric, but great, hybrids. But if you're doing this job, good luck. You're gonna come up with maintenance expense that I don't have. And yes, the battery could go out, but there's places besides Tesla that can fix a Tesla battery. Okay, when a battery goes out, it's certain cells. It's usually not the whole battery. It could be the whole battery sometimes, but usually not. Batteries can be replaced. Even the cost of the battery replacement is going to be way cheaper than what you're going to pay in maintenance, in oil changes for regular maintenance, in transmission and engine maintenance. But don't listen to me. Try it for yourself. Spend the money, because some of you are paying the same payment that I'm paying for the Tesla. And I'm just telling you the facts. This is not something I made up or a feeling that I have. If I get a feeling, I get some Beano or Gas X or something like that. But this is facts. These are facts. Get back to the multi-app, and just to finish this up, I am going to multi-app all day with the golden rule. Everything subject to cancellation until I start the job. Use that rule, and also use the hourly wage rule, even on small $7 batch, not $7 batch, but $5 rides, $7 rides. You have to use that rule of thumb. And on the ride share, you're going to have bonuses, so you can work for a little bit less hourly wage because it's going to come back to you in like.
Check it out. You can still make about $35 to $40 an hour on Lyft if you do it right, if you take the hourly rate mentality when you contract a job.
A little fat bonus at the end of the week. So anyway, that's the multi-apping. Now let's move on to the 401k. All right. So here are the results on the 401k. Okay, the last time I talked to you about it, we were up about $900. We're up about 20%, 18% on almost a $5,000 investment. Mother market's always going to fool you and always going to beat you down. You have to take profits when you get them, and I was losing them. I went from 900 to 700, and I was holding on. 600, I started peeling some stuff off, hoping that maybe I could stay in them. 500, 400, I started getting out heavy of all of them, of everything, right? By the time I got out of everything, I was about 350 profit. okay? Now, I let the market keep going down, because you never know when that stuff is going to stop, and it's been going down all year. You can see these are my positions. Now, I took off the banks, Southwest Gas, PayPal, all of it. Took it all off. The only thing I believe in is Amazon. I believe Amazon's going to be around a long time. Google, information, right? MU, chip maker, and big contracts. I could have went with AMD or NVIDIA, but MU just chugs along. And you can see the GBTC is grayscale for Bitcoin. That's the only way I really want to have exposure to Bitcoin, is through a market that I can trust the platform. I don't trust any of the other ones. I guess I'm just because I'm old or something. But as you can see, in the Airbnb, I'm just shorting that because I think Airbnb is crap, and I think it's going to go down, and I think people are selling those houses, and hopefully it'll flood the market and the prices will come down. Just a gamble, but I'm really small. Hey, it's nothing. I have very small positions. It doesn't take big positions to make a little bit on your money. I'm trying to make 10 to 15% of my money. So in all these positions, you can see, look, all electric cars, NIO, Rivian, Tesla, XPEV. Hopefully electric cars will take over and it'll be the main thing on the road, and these stocks will be in the moon by then. You won't even be able to get on them without, taking a punch in the stomach first. But that's where the 401k is. Those are the positions. That's how much I have invested. I have $3,000 in the account. I'm up about $113. Let's see what happens, but I'll add to them as they grow. If I see that I feel confident that the market's going to keep going, I'll add some more money to that account. I really appreciate you. I thank you a lot, and a lot of you I know and I respond to. And if you ever have a problem trying to figure out how to make Lyft, Uber, and Instacart work for you, just hit me up in the chat and I'll either do a video. I'll definitely return your message. But let me know, because doing rideshare is not as hard as you think. Having people in the car is just a matter of just be polite. Everybody likes polite. Everybody likes to feel like you work for them when they get in that car. And if that makes you feel like a chump, then this isn't the job for you. We're talking about customer service here. We're talking about just doing little things like, hey, do you have enough leg room? For one thing, come up in a clean car. Nothing in the car but the seats. Okay, no, none of your stuff, none of your personal stuff should be in the car. When they get there, it's clean. You can reach over, open the door for them. When they get in, you have enough leg room. Let's get you some air back there, right? Any music you want to hear? I don't care. It's easy to program it. Have fun with it. If they don't say anything, then that's the end of the conversation. But they're always going to say, "Oh, no, thanks, man. Everything's cool." All right, but if they don't, and they're playful or they're talkative, you're going to get into a conversation, be a tip, right? So if you're in question about how to do it, it's really easy to do. I like to do the short rides, just work towards that electric car bonus. Doing food delivery and rideshare is a business that you can, like I just showed you, you can make $80,000. I made almost $81,000, $80,932.92 is what I made by combining all three. You can do this with things that people say are just crappy side hustles. If you pick the jobs right, you do this right, you can make the job, you can make that money in a 10-hour shift. Even if you work a couple extra hours, you get stuff done, you run errands and stuff, you're out in the world. You're not sitting at home getting nothing productive done, except for playing your guitar. That's productive for a musician, but you know what I mean. So I'm just letting you know, you can make the money. You can do it, and you can make the money at what people say is just a crappy side hustle. Let them think that, because those are the people that quit, and they leave the work for you. I'm showing you proof. I've already shown you. All right? So good luck to you, and you can do it. And if you have any questions, just reach out to me, and I'll help you out. All right. Take care. Bye-bye.